And one of the big things we do is we work with people who want to buy houses. And so obviously that leads into probably most of our leads come from the mortgage industry. People want to go buy a house. They have bad credit. And next thing you know, they're calling our toll-free number. So I have a friend on here, Jackie. We've been friends for how long? Since 2007. We've been friends at least like 14 years. She has a product that's designed for veterans, right?
Specifically for veterans, specifically for people who have a VA loan.
Yeah. And so since my business is designated a service disabled veteran-owned small business, we love working with the veterans community. We work with the community, and so Jackie is here. So Jackie, tell us a little bit about you and what you got, and tell us about this product that you have now.
Okay. So I'm part of Primerica Mortgage. I'm a mortgage branch manager in South Florida, but we're able to service all of Florida, which is really nice. The product that we're specifically writing for is Quicken. So that's a really exciting thing because Quicken's known in the industry for being a leader. You'll remember that probably from your real estate days. Quicken's now branded as Rocket. If you watched the Super Bowl, you saw a lot of Rocket ads. They've been big into military support. There's a couple of commercials they've got running with military in it now. So specifically what we're looking at with military is what's called a VA IRRL, or a Veterans Administration interest rate reduction loan, which is a very specific program that involves no appraisal, no minimum credit score, and it's for people who already have a VA loan in place where we can lower their payment and make their interest rate more favorable, or if they're in an adjustable rate mortgage, we can move them into a VA loan that is a fixed rate to give them a more predictable budget. But I thought specifically for your audience, the fact that there's no required minimum credit score gives a lot of people an opportunity where they might be able to get a better payment and then be able to use that money, the money they're saving, towards something that helps fix their credit overall.
Yeah, I think it sounds like an awesome product. So is specifically refis?
So it's specifically for a refi. So in the FHA side of a government loan, we would call it a streamline. This one, for some, they call it the IRRL, but it's still a streamline specifically for a VA. It can be for someone who lives in the VA financed home now, or it can be for someone who lived in a VA financed home at some point, but the loan is still on it. So it does include investment property as well.
Oh, that's awesome. That's very helpful to know. Okay. So for me, if I had an investment property that had a mortgage on it, I could still use it for that.
So if you had an investment property that had a VA loan on it, so say you lived in a house, you bought a house with a VA loan, you lived in it, and then you moved out, but that VA loan stayed in place, and now that's an investment property, you'd be able to streamline that VA loan. The one trick is that there is no cash out, with the exception of you can go up to $6,000 cash back. It doesn't come to you. The $6,000 would go into energy efficiency. So it would go directly to a programmable thermostat company, installation of a more efficient HVAC unit, to a window or door company for energy efficient windows and doors, or to a company specifically working in insulation. So anything that would help with energy efficiency up to $6,000, but they pay the vendor directly.
Solar, would it go for solar?
Solar's not covered. I think that's a flaw in the program actually, but the VA hasn't caught up yet.
Okay. How about the tankless heater?
That is not on the list. So their very specific list is HVACs, insulation, doors and windows, and programmable thermostats.
Okay, but you're not going to get $6,000 in the casino with it.
Right. No, you're not getting $6,000 to go anywhere. That $6,000 is going directly to a vendor. It's not touching your hand.
Okay, well, it's still a great, it's still a really good product, especially for a vet. Even if they don't need to cash out, just to get the lower interest rate. And what I impressed by is that it doesn't have a minimum credit score. So do they do a credit check at all, or even like, let's say they do a credit check and you got a 500, they're still gonna for you?
They're still going to do it. So they're going to do the credit check, but they're not going to care what's in it. It's nice because someone who maybe had a VA loan and then went through a divorce, I've got a couple of clients in this boat where they need to just refinance and get into a better loan, and they need to do it on one income now. They're able to do that. So the only requirement in terms of timeline too is if somebody had, say you've worked with a client, they had a VA loan a year ago, and now you've worked with them, their credit scores come up 50, 100 points. That would be something they can look at. The seasoning requirement, as they call it, is 7 months from the VA loan closing on the first loan. And the client's got to make 6 payments, and then they're eligible to look at the streamline.
Oh, okay, cool. That's good.
And they can roll
appraisal either.
No appraisal, no origination fees, no mortgage insurance. They can roll the closing costs into the loan, which is nice. So for someone who's in a bad situation and they're trying to fix their credit and they can't come, real heavy cash out of pocket, or they can't really have any upfront cost, I think this is a really nice option. Main requirement, of course, being that they're already in a VA loan. But I think it's a huge opportunity for people who may be in a loan that's 6 or 7%, and all of a sudden we're at 3.25.
Oh yeah, it sounds like an awesome product. Are you getting a lot of interest in it?
Getting a ton of interest. The relocation officers have been amazing on base. They're really familiar with the product, especially when people change from one base to another, if they're going to wind up keeping their house. I've got friends who have been shipped all around the country, which is common, and they don't sell the home when they leave, but that home was under their VA loan. So it's something where they may be able to, if they've got it rented out, they've got somebody who's paying basically for that loan. They're living in their new house, but they're able to pocket more cash or put more cash towards college savings for kids or towards retirement in an IRA. It's just nice for them to have that flexibility in their cash flow instead of being stuck just hemorrhaging it back into their mortgage.
That's an awesome product. That's good. I really like that. I really like that they have that, especially since I'm a veteran and I'm involved with the veterans community. So I can definitely help you get that information out to the veterans groups that I go to. People wanted to get more information about that, or they wanted to contact you, would be the best way for them to do that.
Best way to get me is on my cell. Everybody's kind of work from home. I'm ironically back in my office, but still better to call my cell. My cell number is 561-756-6480. Again, 561-756-6480. And I'm based out of Southeast Florida, but I can help anybody in the state of Florida. If somebody's looking outside of the state of Florida, I can put them in touch with somebody at Quicken. It won't be me. But it's a great program. You will still have the funding fee unless you have the exemption. So I want to throw that in there. But the no minimum credit score is just a crazy thing. It's unbelievable, but something that, is rightfully owed to veterans. You go fight for all of our freedoms. It certainly makes sense that you would get a nice benefit back out of it to reestablish your home when you were here.
Yeah, no, I like it. I'm glad to hear about that. That's because I didn't until you contacted me, and obviously I do want to share that kind of information with with our clients and our clientele and the people that keep up with us. So okay, well, good then. I will. I think once we're done, if you go down in the comments of this and type in your contact information in there.
Yep.
I'll
drop the email. And then if somebody wants to talk about a first VA, I'm happy to help them with that. I can talk to somebody about an FHA, whatever they want to talk about. But, if you're under a 580 and you've got that VA loan, this is definitely an amazing option.
Okay. All right, cool.
All right.
Anything else?
That's it.
Great. Well, thanks, Jackie. If you guys have questions, please call her up, and we'll be checking out now. Thanks, Jackie. I'll see you. Bye.